Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at the Nerf DinoSquad Raptor-Slash. This blaster came out this year in 2022 and is part of the DinoSquad series. So with that all the way, let's get started by talking about the box. Before we continue this video, I'd like to apologize for the background noise. My neighbor is having construction done on their house. Anyway, starting off with the front of the box, we have this very open package right here. Where we can see the Raptor-Slash. We also have some other information on the front of the box, starting down here. This blaster comes with 6 darts. These are their little DinoSquad darts, kind of bluish green with a lime green tip. Has a 6-dart rotating drum. This blaster is also ages 8+. Turning it over to the other side, get a little more information on the Raptor-Slash. This blaster has a priming slide. It also has a 6-dart rotating drum, so this is a revolver, and it appears to have slam fire. So with that out of the way, let's get this thing out of the box. Alright, so here we have the Raptor-Slash out of the box, and usually I like to start off with the paperwork, but in the Raptor-Slash's case, paperwork is on the bottom of the box, which seems to be a common theme with blasters these days. Before we load the blaster, just a couple of interesting things I found on the blaster. These little spikes here are made of rubber. I think that's kind of cool. Kind of these nice dinosaur aesthetic to it. Couldn't get that part out. So to load the Raptor-Slash, it's very simple. Just insert a dart and rotate the cylinder. To fire it, all you have to do is pull back the slide. It is reciprocating, and pull the trigger. Start out that slam fire, hold down the trigger, and alright, works very nice. Alright, so not a lot of other things on this blaster. There's no tactical rails, barrel attachment points, no stock attachment points on this blaster. Very simple. So with that all the way, let's get this thing down the range and see how it fares. Alright, so here we are down on the range. As you can see, we have our targets set up. Once again, I apologize for the jackhammering in the back. So we have the Raptor-Slash loaded up with Nerf Elite. Let's see if we can hit anything. Also, Raptor-Slash does not have proper sights, so I guess we're gonna have to use little spikes to aim. Alright, see if we hit anything. Down. Slam fire those last two, and no, it did not hit. Won't blame it on the blaster, just blame it on the ammo. Alright, on to Adventure Force. Alright, now we have Adventure Force. Didn't hit anything last time, so let's see if we can hit anything now. Straighter. Slow. High. Gonna aim for the middle. Well, we hit something. Just gonna put a few more in here and just slam fire towards the target. Okay, they didn't hit anything. On to the next dart. On to Dart Zone. Whoa. Well, we hit them. It was better. It's gonna load up a few more. I'm not trying it with Nerf because Nerf slam fire would just make the accuracy worse. So that's why I'm just gonna do it Dart Zone and Adventure Force. Alright. They're hitting things. Yeah, with that all out of the way, let's move on to the range test. Alright, here we are at the range test, and I do want to apologize for the very dark range today. I'm filming this a little bit later on in the day, so lighting's a little off. But anyway, for context, the chicken measures 25 feet. The swan measures 35 feet. The frog measures 40 feet. Far back wall measures 50 feet from where I'm standing. Here we have the Raptor-Slash loaded up with Nerf Elite. See how far it goes. Oh, slight angle, and it went all the way over there. Picked up the wind. All went down. Oh, hit the wall. Skip the dart. Hit the wall. And hit the wall. They don't go that straight, but a couple of those were almost was reaching the 40-foot mark. One of them did because he got picked up by the wind. Anyway, on to the next dart. All right, on to Adventure Force. 35-foot mark. Chicken. Well, and seemed to go a little over, almost a 40-foot mark. I think that one went to the 40-foot mark. That one would pass the 40-foot mark. That one right before it. All right, flying straighter than Nerf. Pretty good ranges, especially for Adventure Force, especially for worn out Adventure Force. Still need to buy more darts. On to the next dart. All right, on to Dart Zone. Went to the right. Not going that far or not going that straight. Oh, that one hit the 40-foot mark. All right, go check out those ranges. All right, so here we have our ranges. Nerf, for the ones that didn't run into the wall, went to the 40-foot mark, some went past it. But I realistically will say about 35, 40 foot. That's how far they were going. Adventure Force was impressing me. It was going a little bit, not super consistently, but consistent enough. It was going to the 35 to 40 foot mark, but more like the 37 foot mark for a lot of those. Dart Zone, about the same thing, 37, 40 foot mark. So those are pretty good ranges. I'm actually quite impressed. Anyway, on to the speed test. All right, so here we are at the speed test. Starting off with Nerf Elite out of the Raptor-Slash. 61, 65, 58, 67, 60, and 62. Right, on to the next dart. All right, Adventure Force. 57, 58, 62, error 3, 57, 54, and 63. Last dart. All right, on to Dart Zone. 60, 64, 59, 68, 63, and 62. All right, kind of the results I always expect from these speed tests. Nerf being the fastest, Adventure Force being the slowest, and Dart Zone right in the middle. Pretty consistent. The Raptor-Slash is pretty consistent with its performances. So with that all the way, let's move on to my final thoughts. All right, so what are my final thoughts on the DinoSquad Raptor-Slash? But before I do that, you need to go worry about it, how much I spent. I purchased this blaster at Target for $12.29 USD. Other things to say about it before we continue? Not too much, not too many things, so let's move on to the pros and cons. All right, so on to pros and cons, starting off with the cons. There isn't a lot, and probably the biggest con of this blaster is definitely the lack of sights. This blaster doesn't have any sights, and it makes it really, really hard to aim. Also, it's very hard to aim because the barrel is kind of far away from what you actually have to look over. So that can also add to making this hard to aim, its inaccuracies. Also something to mention, these little grooves here, holding the Raptor-Slash kind of ends up becoming uncomfortable because of those grooves there. So that is something to keep in mind. All right, on to pros. On to pros. Starting off with the overall aesthetics of the blaster. I think it looks really cool. Nice details with the cylinder coming out of the dinosaur's mouth, the raptor's mouth, with the little teeth. I like that. This little bone here, I think this is supposed to be like a raptor claw. Not too sure what that's supposed to be, but I think it's like a claw. The little rubber spikes on top are also is also a nice little addition. I think they're made of rubber so they don't break off because they are a little thin. So I'm thinking that's the reason why they made them out of rubber. Also, I don't know why, but I think of Spider-Man when looking at this blaster. I guess it's the combination of red and blue that kind of makes me think of Spider-Man. I don't know, it's not a Spider-Man blaster, it's a dinosaur. Ergonomically, the blaster is pretty comfortable, despite having these little grooves here, and the grip is a little odd, but overall, it's pretty decent. Prime is quite light. Trigger pull is a little heavy, but still not bad. It slam fires real easily. Also love the addition of slam fire. Cylinder is very easily rotated, so it makes it easy to load darts. Also, there's this little ×6 right here in front of the cylinder, telling you that you can have a capacity of up to 6 darts. Overall, really like the Raptor-Slash. So would I recommend the Raptor-Slash? Yes, I definitely would recommend the Raptor-Slash. It's a very simple to use blaster. Very high quality, what we expect from Nerf these days. It's also a very cool looking blaster. They don't have any other revolvers like it. The other revolvers might be better than it, but they're not dinosaurs, so they're not as cool. Anyway, that'll be the end of the review. Comment your thoughts about this blaster down below. Comment what else you want to see on this channel. Be sure to check out my review I did on the Stego Smash, another blaster from the DinoSquad series. Be sure to check out my other reviews. I'll have both of those linked at the end of the video. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.